Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. It is time for Focus Sunday. I know it's Monday, but I'm filming this on Sunday, hence October 31st. I just don't like to put 2 videos up in one day usually, so I'm putting this up on Monday. So Focus Sunday on a Monday. What I like to focus on, and yes, my hair is pink. It's Halloween weekend, and I sprayed some pink in my hair. I think it goes really well with my earrings and my top, but I'm cleaning, so I'm a little bit scrungy. So sorry about that. So what I like to focus on this Focus Sunday Monday is I guess I don't know what I'll think of a working title while we're chatting. But I have an article up here that I saw, and I like the points that it made, and I thought I'm gonna make these points because the new plan is coming out in a week. Yes, less than a week. And some of us are excited, some of us are not so excited. But does it change anything? I don't think it does. I think weight loss journey is weight loss journey. It's just a different way to approach it. I know we're all used to certain things, but I say give it a try, because you just never know. You might hate it, you might like it. You might just, for me, I just need a little bit of I don't know, just a different approach. Same thing, same foods, just a different way of approaching it. So a few of these tips were focus on what you should eat, not what you shouldn't eat. Some of us do that. We focus, I can't have my coffee creamer. I can't have cake. I can't have candy. I can't have chocolate. I can't have all that. I can't have fried food. I can't have a Funyun when I go to Outback. Instead of saying, when I go to Outback, I could have me a stinking steak and a baked potato. There's nothing wrong with that. Or hey, yeah, I might not be able to have a full, humongous piece of cake, but I could have a nice, decent sized piece of cake. Yeah, I might be able to have a little bit less coffee creamer, not the 4 tablespoons that I used to use. Maybe I could just have 2 tablespoons. So focus on the positives and not always the negatives. Sometimes we just do that. We're human, and that's what we do. We look at the negatives first. Some people, it's just a way to deal because it's easier to focus on the negatives and get them out of the way and then just look what's left. But one thing, focus on the things you can eat and not the things you can't. And let me remind you that everything is on plan in your life. You have to get the portions under control. That, to me, if you get nothing else from my channel, portions are huge. Portion control and the amount of food you eat is the key. And that is what I've learned. And, if you want a secret, that would be it. It will take a little to get used to, because if you're anything like me and you just like to eat when you wanted and as much as you wanted, yeah, you're going to feel like you're dying for the first few months. I'm going to say months. Yeah, because you feel like you've lost your best friend. You feel like you're on some kind of desert. You feel like it's killing you. And that's nothing to be embarrassed about. Yeah, don't be like, I don't want to say that. But yeah, I was very depressed. I went through a depression because I just, it's a change. That's a huge change. It is. And give yourself time to adjust to it. It's not something like, you wake up the next day and be like, I don't need that. I'm not hungry. You are hungry. And it's hard to say that. And that's another point I like to make. Why is it we always look for, am I full? Am I full? Am I full? My new thing, and I've done this only in the last few months, after I took this health and wellness class, was, am I hungry? Am I hungry? And the answer is, no, I'm not. That's when I stop eating. I don't do the, I'm full. Oh, I'm eating till I'm full. I'm eating till I'm full. If I waited till I was full, I probably really never have lost weight. I was a black pit. I was. I've gotten better, and you can see after a while that you can't eat like you used to. Like, did you ever try? Like, you go on those, benders, and all of a sudden you're like, you think you're going to eat all this, and you don't. Because you get used to it. As much as your mind's not wrapped around it, your stomach has wrapped around it. So you try to eat all that, and you can't. Yeah, well, let's go to the buffet, honey. And you realize, I'm just going to clean up. And you're like, wow, I can't. Nope. And there's no sense trying because you're going to make yourself sick. Hashtag been there, done that. Not worth it. Let me save you some of that. Yeah, not worth it. As much as you sit there, you want to eat all, no. Have a bite of a few hundred things, but sit there and put a few hundred portions on your plate. Doesn't work. Okay. Of course, it always says drink more water, and we know this. We know we should drink more water, and now they say Weight Watchers are going to be rewarding you for drinking water. Now, from what I've heard, I don't know how much, but it better be worth it. If I'm going to force water down, it just better make it worth it. Listen to your body, which is what I said. Listen to your body. Your body gives you signals. We're just thinking up here, and you have to listen to your tummy, because your tummy, trust me when I tell you, if you're on the plane long enough, you will know when you've had enough. It's realizing that. And because we're not used to that, because we're just, again, used to waiting to feel like, okay, we have to unbutton your pants and sit back and, all right, I'm done now. No, that's beyond full. So listen to your body. And just because you want it up here doesn't mean you should eat it. Head hunger is real. And because you just want it, you want to taste it, you want to feel it in your mouth, you just want it. That's a hard one. I'm not going to lie about that one, because that took me a while to get through. You know, you just keep doing what you know is correct. Eventually, it will. It'll click. It will. But you have to be consistent. Another thing, if you get off my channel, consistency. You might not think the scale's moving, but you're still making strides. And sometimes you just have to keep working your plan. Eventually it will move. You have to be consistent. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try. You know, there is no magic. I wish there were. I wish I could sit there and tell you the magic is there, and go take the, apple cider pills. I wish there was something we could take that would help. No, blood, sweat, and tears is what it takes. And, I just wish there was something else I could, I feel like that's such a downer to say, but it's also eye-opening, because then you realize you're not crazy. And you know what? Maybe to get the answer, that might be the best answer in the world, because it is the answer. But sometimes when you realize that, it's like that show with Sex and the City, when they told, I think it was Miranda, he's just not that into you. And she was just like, wow, he's just not that into me. And sometimes it's, and same thing with that. Use food as an opportunity to practice being mindful and grateful. Grateful. That is a really good one, because you have to be grateful. I mean, think about I hate to use the word diets, because, I don't think of this as a diet, but we'll use the word diets because that's what we understand. Of yesteryear, you would have celery sticks as a snack. Not that I'm downing celery sticks, and I eat celery sticks all the time, but there's other options. You could have hummus, and you could have a hard-boiled egg, and you could have pretzels. You could have a banana. There's so many things for a snack. We could have a little bit of peanut butter. We could have dipped in an apple. I mean, grateful that somebody did the work for us and gave us a plan that we could follow, and it works when we follow it. I'm grateful for you see my food, I post it, stuffed French toast and beautiful omelets and overnight oats that are just overflowing. I'm grateful for all those foods. And now that, we have these beautiful proteins, and I can go out to eat, and I could order a beautiful little piece of chicken and a baked potato and a vegetable, and I put a piece of bread in there. I'm grateful for the foods that I eat. And people, you're eating that on what? Yeah, I am. So I am so grateful for my head that comes up with some wackadoodle recipes, and the mug recipes, and how you can get yourself a piece of cake, a whoopie pie. A cheesecake in a mug. I am grateful that I could have those things, because back in the day, you didn't have any of that. If you hear for the people that did Weight Watchers in the 80s and 90s, they were making their own ketchup. They were having Alba 77 shakes. They weren't eating mayonnaise, they weren't allowed. There's so many things that have come forward, and we're reaping the benefits of that. And you have to be grateful for that. Grateful for that. Like this one also says, important as it is to take care of our bodies, it's important to take care of your mind. Research shows that actively practicing gratitude is one of the best ways to increase happiness levels. A great reason to start thinking more mindfully about food you're eating is to use mealtime as a chance to express gratefulness. I can't explain that enough, that to be mindful and grateful. And then I think if you're in that mindset of thankfulness and gratefulness, you appreciate it. You appreciate every bite of food that you get. I mean, especially with, what we went through last year and stuff, not being able to get certain foods, and now that we can get them, and we had to make do with, I couldn't get all the WW stuff I was used to getting because it just wasn't available. You just had to make tweaks and be creative. And bottom line, I had to eat less of certain things. Yeah, I could have something that was high in fat, but I just had to have a little bit less. This I wasn't going to eat it. Come on. I just had to have a little bit less. I love this one. I love this one, and you'll know why. Cheat when you need to, but don't let it turn into a pattern. Sometimes you just, don't cheat till you get sick, though. Can we put that one out there? Sometimes we might have, there's an opportunity to have something that we don't normally have, like maybe French fries, fried food. Let's put fried food out there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend having fried food a lot, but every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with that. And enjoy it and savor every bite of that French fry and dip it in ketchup, dip it in mayonnaise, whatever you want to dip it in. I mean, whether it's having a slice of wedding cake or enjoying mixed drinks during a night out with friends, we get it. Sometimes you need to cheat. And in the right context, cheating is even healthy for our mental health. It is, because it's a lifestyle. And in the lifestyle, you have these little fun nights out, and don't make yourself feel guilty about it. And if the scale reflects it the next week, it's not the end of the world. It's not the be all end all. You're never going to always lose. Could we put that out there? Not every week's going to be a loss. Nope. Some weeks, just getting through it is a win. Discover a form of exercise that energizes you. I'm not the expert on that. And I haven't found anything that energizes me. And guess what? It's okay. Not everybody has to exercise. I lost all my weight with no exercise, so I'm not going to be one to say, gotta find something. Maybe exercise isn't just your thing. Food in and food out, that is the main thing. But if you do find something that you enjoy, maybe it's a dance class, maybe it's a walking class, maybe it's just walking in your neighborhood with your neighbors, doing an exercise with your peeps on Glam Squad. That's what I do. I force myself to do it. It's difficult at some days because I just don't feel like it. And it does not energize me. I do not feel better after it's done. It's like, no, I don't. But you know what? I'm honest with you. I just don't. But like I said, some people, it does release endorphins. It just doesn't. My endorphins are just happen to be dead. But if you might benefit from it. So I always say, try it. Try something. You just never know. Power your body with essential nutrients. If you have any particular nutrient concerns, consider taking food-based supplements to fill in any gaps. Yeah, you have to have nutrient-dense foods, like vegetables, of course, are nutrient-dense. Greens. My New Year's resolution last year was to eat more greens. I have not succeeded in that. Not even a little bit. But yes, I'm trying all different. I'm going to still do it. It's going to be this year's resolution as well. I want to eat more greens, whether that be sauteed in a smoothie. And can we put that out there? Smoothies are not bad. They're just not. I don't know why they get this bad rap, but you're getting all those nutrients in a smoothie. So I think they're fantastic. I do. So try to increase nutrients. And I would definitely say vegetables and fruits. Are more vegetables than fruits, but that's where you get your nutrients. And try different ones. Go to a farm stand and get locally if you can, and try something you've never tried before. Like I need to try some. Like I had beet greens that were really good, Swiss chard that was really good. So find something different and Google how to prepare it. Don't try to figure it out on your own. No, Google is your friend. And you know what? And figure out how to prepare it the correct way. I love this one. Don't copy what worked for others because it might not work for you. You can get an idea and build around it, but I wouldn't copy you could copy to a point, but if it's not working, that doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just means it doesn't work for you. Find out what works for you. Just because you've heard that a particular fad diet worked for someone doesn't mean it will work for you. You're an individual and you need individual weight loss plan. If you want to take more formal approach to wellness and weight loss, choose a company like Nutrimo. I don't know what that one is. But there's different ones. Like I said, if Weight Watchers isn't working for you, there's so many out there. There is. It just, maybe you need more help. Maybe you need somebody to prepare your meals. Who am I? I'm not going to judge. But that was the tips. I kind of liked some of them. Honestly, I like to listen to your body. I like the cheat day. Of course, they don't like you calling it a cheat day, but that's what we understand. It's basically have a day where you just don't think. But keep it under control because you can get sick. And it's not worth getting sick. So that is the Focused Sunday Monday. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I can talk to you guys next week about the new plan. It's super duper exciting. I am looking forward to some changes. I am. And like I said, if I don't like it, I don't need to stay there. Nobody's holding me hostage. I am an individual. If I want to go and do I track bites, my blue plan, I most certainly can. So always know that there is options out there for you. Don't feel that you're stuck anywhere because you're not. You're not. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy these, please give them a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of the Dish with D community. Thank you all. And if you haven't come to my Facebook group, Dish with D's crew, is a link down below. Join us there on the Facebook private group. You're all welcome to join. And if you want to come to Glam Squad, we do that Monday through Friday, 2:30 Eastern time on Zoom. I was going to say YouTube. On Zoom. There's a link in the Facebook group for that. So if you want to do it, you have to go to Facebook. Have a great rest of your day. We will dish another day. Bye-bye. Pink hair will be gone when you see me again.